So H1B Visa refused status. So my Dropbox appointment was on December 12th, 2024 in Chennai. The status changed to application received on December 12th. And on December 13th, it has been updated to refused. I'm yet to receive intimation on when I can collect my passport back, which will likely have the slip proving more details on the next steps. This is my third time stamping, not sure why it shows as refused. Any insights?
That's very interesting. That's a very interesting question. So I obviously tell you by the default, most times when the consulate takes your passport, they're going to approve it, even if they need to address additional information. So the fact that it changed to refused is obviously puzzling. What's more puzzling is that you haven't received any correspondence from them in relation to the visa refusal. That's very shocking. Most of the time, you're at least getting a 221G when you walk out of the consulate that gives you an email address or something to reach out to them. So what I would say is if you're trying to be proactive and do something, obviously we all know the consulates don't pick up phones and talk to anybody. That's never something they're going to do. Usually through a little bit of perusing, you can find their email address, right? Other people have gotten it in connection with 221Gs or whatever. And you should be able to find that email address that way. What I would recommend as your first step is emailing them and just giving a very basic explanation. I would honestly front load it with, you guys have my passport, So I think that I would start off with saying, you have my passport. I need my passport back if my visa is refused. And I also need an explanation as to why my visa was refused. They're obligated to provide you with that, and they're obligated to provide you back a copy of your passport. So I would do that, and then hopefully that works out. And then once you get the basis of the refusal, you can work backwards to see if you want to apply again or if you want to use LegalNet or whatever avenue. But yeah, step one is at least getting a copy of that doc, and that would be my starting point because nobody's going to answer you anyway. The other option you would have is if you have a representative, if you've already lived in the U.S. and had property in the U.S. If you have a congressional representative, you could try reaching out to them and explaining. They love to help, and the consulates are more responsive to them than they are to everyday people. So that would be my other option.